Hi guys, it's Simon here. If you've come from my last video, you'll know that I'm about to do a reaction video to Lip Syncs for Your Life from RuPaul's Drag Race. For those of you watching wondering, what is RuPaul's Drag Race? Well, RuPaul's Drag Race is fronted by legendary drag queen RuPaul, who searches America in search of the next drag superstar. From this, 14 queens are chosen to compete. It's kind of the Olympics of drag. The queens are put through vigorous challenges determined to test their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And if you put all four of those words into an acronym, it spells out a dirty word that I refuse to say and that starts with C. Anyway, from these challenges, they then have to do a runway presentation using outfits that they have sewn themselves. They're then critiqued by a panel of judges who are widely involved in the LGBT community. And this season's panel has consisted of Ross Matthews, Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and RuPaul, with usually one or two guest judges joining in for the week. The large majority of queens are selected as safe, which is essentially the drag race term for floating. The queens that are left on stage, like 6 or 7, depending on how many did well, constitute the best and the worst of the week. They're then critiqued by the panel, and then the panel deliberates, and from their deliberations, Ru chooses who were the queens that were the best and who were the worst. One of the queens who is the best will win the challenge and get a special prize. Sometimes immunity and sometimes something else. The worst queens are then given a vigorous shakedown by Ru, and one more will be saved. The bottom two then have to do a lip sync for their lives. Essentially their last chance to impress Ru and save themselves from elimination. After that, Ru decides which one gets to stay and which one gets to go. Around the final weeks, the queens that are left in the competition, usually 3 or 4, depending on the mood, will have to do a lip sync to one of Ru's songs, which they have partaken in the video making of. And there have been several that have been done, which are actually quite good. Not that they're not all good, like, they're all, like, stunning, but for me, Champion's not exactly my favourite. I really like the previous original mix that was played when the queens did their dance at the end of the episode in season 3. But moving on from that, I'm discussing all this and I'm forgetting to breathe in the middle of it. Anyway, it's actually a lot more hilarious than it sounds. It's a little bit of Top Model and Project Runway mixed with a little bit of humour. It's actually quite hilarious, so if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube and look it up, because it's actually very addictive television. So, I've literally been watching this nearly all year. It's been 4 months into the year, and all I've been doing on my YouTube channel is sticking my head in and looking for Drag Race videos. And whilst in my browsing, I came across lists of what people thought were the best lip syncs. So I've decided to do reactions to them. So this should be interesting. You're actually going to hear me critique each lip sync depending on whether or not I know the queens that well enough. Because some queens in this video I'll recognise almost instantaneously, and others I'll be like, who is that? And if it's like season 2 kind of Cycra, I can get confused. And literally, before I did the videos today, I was watching through some season 2 lip syncs and I'm wondering, season 2 lip sync, I was wondering, who's that? And then it took 30 something seconds to dawn on me that it was Raven. So if I do that, just don't mind it, okay? So, I'm going to go looking on YouTube for the particular video, my top 12 lip syncs. There we go. And can... Yeah, I think you'll be able to see from that angle. Okay, so I'm now going to turn around and watch this for the first time, and I'm actually pretty nervous to see how they've ranked these. It's Louis Torres who's the YouTuber on this. So, let's see. This is Louis Torres's top 12 lip syncs from RuPaul's Drag Race. Here we go. I'm actually going to shut the window very quickly because whilst recording other videos I've been hearing the dog barking outside, and I really don't want to be like having one thing blaring sound, then me dancing, and then there's the dog outside going bark, 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 because I want to be able to be heard. So, let's get this started. Hang on, I think the video didn't work. Let me try and get it back up again. This one, Stacey Lane Matthews versus India Farah. They're lip syncing to Meeting in the Ladies' Room. This is one of my favourites to watch. This song is perfect to do that too. So essentially me watching this, Stacey Lane Matthews was my favourite. Even though India went through hell the previous week, Stacey won this for me.
The only thing standing between me and the finish line is Stacey Lane Matthews, and I'm gonna take this bitch down.
You tried to, India. At least you tried. Don't slap me. I love their facial expressions in that part. Like, in each other's faces. I love that. Okay, that's 12. Let's see what next one is. Raven versus Nicole Page Brooks. This was the one I was watching before. Like, literally, Raven kills it. It's, if only I could pick out which one. I think Raven's that one. On the left, that one. Oh! I missed that the last time. Oh my. Season 3 did quite well in lip syncs. Oh, when Santino was on the panel. Santino is literally one of my favourite Drag Race judges, and it's a shame he's not on for Season 7. Oh, that's Season 2, yeah. Oh, this one. The double wig. I mean, how can you not love that? On Michelle with her hands in the air like, oh yeah, she did.
There's no tiptoeing around. I have to bring everything.
Like, literally, I've tried doing that absent-mindedly in classes, and I cannot do it without getting dizzy. Like, personally, I didn't like Alyssa Edwards much during the 5th season other than the back rolls moment. Pretty much because I'm Coco Montrese. I'm on Team Coco Montrese, but I have to admit, she killed this lip sync. They both did. And no matter what YouTubers say in the comments about Roxy needing sympathy, they both earned their place in this competition. I would have done what Rue did and saved them both, because it would have been too tough to call. Who's 9? Oh, who doesn't love a bit of Latrice motherfucking Royale? Dita's also really awesome, but Latrice is like queen.
I am in heaven. I am channeling Superstar. Honey, I feel like I'm performing to an arena of 20,000 people.
Like, literally, this makes me want to hear the whole song all the way through.
Old school.
I think it's Gladys Knight or something.
Where these words are coming from and get the emotion out. And that's what I do.
Admire Latrice Royale. You're welcome. Latrice won this for me, absolutely.
Latrice was taking me to church. I mean, my skin started smoking. It was good.
Okay, I know better than to look, but she is taking us all to church, and I've just been there. Okay. Latrice won that one, and rightly so. Oh, this one is legendary. The two rivals of that season, Alyssa Edwards and Coco Montrese, went head-to-head in the final 6 lip sync. I can't spit out words that quickly.
I'm making sure the judges see every
Lord knows I've tried.
as if I was Paula Abdul herself.
Oh, this one, look. Literally, a jump split like that was awesome. I have to admit that.
Coco spinning very
But in my mind, Coco won this lip sync thanks to her outfit.
She is everything.
This lip sync gets a bad rep on YouTube because people think that Alyssa should have stayed and Coco should have gone. But I think Coco's outfit with the dance moves, that's something that only comes around once in a lifetime.
It's gonna be neck and neck.
So I think Rue made the right decision in keeping Coco. This was the first lip sync I saw properly. I loved Jiggly Caliente in this. It was easy to see that Jiggly was staying because she was giving like so much. Even though she was wearing all this tin foil and everything, she killed it.
I'm giving them face, I'm giving them...
And what better lip sync to do than to Britney Spears? The queen of lip syncs.
All I can think about is kill it, kill it, kill it. Hit every move, hit every...
You did, Jiggly. You sure did.
Shoot ping pongs out of my ass if I will do it.
And from that moment, I loved the death
Lisa
drops.
is not turning it as much as Jiggly is. She's kicking, she's doing choreography, she's really turning the party. She had marked her territory, she on the stage.
Dita Ritz is amazing. She's shit on
Jiggly
stage.
started shedding feathers
And
it's
Willem.
like a Christmas tree
Willem
that
was
was
awesome
getting
that
thrown out the
season.
window. I was entertained. I would have given it some money.
Shame you didn't have your wallet on
At
there.
least it was doing with Slow Mo Girl. This is called drag race, not drag walk.
Indeed, Milan. Indeed, Milan. What was next? Oh, the first legendary one in the final 2. Like, literally, it was so close between these two. Oh, this thing. I just love BB's dance moves in this. She goes under Nina's dress with kind of like the hairspray kind of pull movement. I love that. Like, it would have been so tough to call. I'm glad I wasn't in Rue's shoes. One of my favourite Rue songs, The Beginning. Like, it's so inspirational. And this and season 6 had the best finalists. The best 3 finalists they could have had. All 3 of them could have potentially gotten it for me. And that constitutes for season 6 as well. It was so hard to decide.
So bad, and it's what I love to do. It's my passion. It's my art.
I miss this airing at the end of every RuPaul's episode now. Now it's one of the songs from the Born Naked album. I think it's Hands Up in the Air or something like that. I remember recognizing it like a couple of days ago and I've forgotten it.
And I turn it into treasure. You have to take whatever you have and make the most of it. This is the beginning of the rest of my life. This is it.
The video may not have been perfect, but the song and this lip sync were perfect. I loved it. Next one. Oh, this one! Now, this one's usually debated upon about who won. Personally, after watching it a couple of days ago, Tyra Sanchez won this hands down. She was prepared to do death drops right to the ground. Raven kind of only went halfway, which is a shame because Raven usually does very well with her lip syncs. See? I can't do that.
This is what I usually do.
I have such respect for Tyra.
This is all about me.
It takes a couple of listens to the song, but it gets in your head and it is so catchy.
Yeah, just tape when I stood right there in front of him. I really gave it to him.
Like, literally. It's the best moment when you both hit the floor at the same time without looking at each other. Oh, this one. Manila Luzon is one of my favourite queens to have ever done the show. And this lip sync is one of the reasons why. I love how Delta's like doing like this dramatic monologue to her bracelet. I love that moment from Manila. The top two have to be fantastic lip syncs.
This is Broadway.
Yes, indeed. It is Broadway. If you're bothered about my lip syncing during midway through, I'm sorry, but most of these songs are so damn catchy. It's sticking your head so much. Oh, this was amazing. When I watched this for the first time, I loved it. This was a really crazy song choice to choose, but Jinx killed it. I love how crazy the song is as well.
Like a little salsa twist here. I'm being very sexy. I'm gonna send that bitch back in.
During season 5, I never really kind of got into Detox, but Jinx absolutely had me from first moment. Detox is the one like in the green, and Jinx is the one in the red. Well, Roxy, Jinx won the whole season, so too bad. And rightly she won this season. Jinx killed this lip sync. Like there was no competition. At least Alaska's trying to be neutral because Alaska, Roxy and Detox had like this top 3 alliance all the way through the series. At least Alaska's being neutral. Oh, what's number 1? Oh god, I'm so nervous. What's number 1? It's probably what it... Aha! This was awesome. Dita Ritz, the one in the gold and black. Oh my god. The definition of world-class performer.
Natalie Cole is sitting right in front of me. I have to do it for her. I don't want her to leave saying that drag queen did a horrible job of my song.
Oh, good old Santino on the panel again. I wasn't ready to give up Santino. Ross isn't the same. But still, Dita killed it. It was so awesome.
That is what a lip sync for your life is, baby. That is high drag.
Latrice, you gave one of the best lip syncs later on in that season. It was, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. I'm surprised that that was on a list, though. Like, that was a shock to me. Okay. Right, so, that was one of the top lists regarding lip syncs for your life from RuPaul's Drag Race, and I managed to find another one which was a top 16 list, which I'm going to be showing a little bit later on. Anyway, I'm going to sign off until then, so now there's nothing else left to say except bye guys, see ya.